Good morning, guys. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. So as you remember, I was gonna make iced coffee, but I lost my ice cube tray, so I had to improvise. So I just put half of it in the freezer and put the other half on top, and this was what I had for my coffee. So I just got to work and yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just gonna be drinking my iced cold coffee from yesterday. And I did brew like the smallest cup of coffee too, and I just added it because it didn't fully fill it. So yeah, that's what I did. So I'm gonna be having that, and I'm looking forward to my potatoes, my sweet potatoes for my breakfast in maybe like an hour or so, depending on when I get hungry. And I did bring 2 extra potatoes to have throughout my day besides my main meal, because yesterday I feel, and even looking back as I was editing the video, I really feel like I didn't eat as much. Like, I ate very little yesterday, but it's just so fascinating how I felt full. Like, it wasn't like I'm willingly choosing to not eat. I felt full, so I didn't really want to overstuff myself, but I want to be mindful also of just making sure that I'm eating enough, even if I'm full, even if I don't feel super hungry. I still want to make sure that I'm consuming enough where I feel is a good place to be. So I just want to clear that up, and because it does seem like a little bit of food, I think, for the 3rd day. So yeah, so I'm just gonna be more mindful in my meals, make sure that I'm getting a lot more I guess I'm not counting calories, but just a lot more bulk of food in my belly. But yeah, so that's kind of, I think, the goal for today is kind of just include more veggies. I think that's a big one, because I haven't been doing that as much besides with the soup. But yeah, so that's the plan. That's the goal for the next couple of days. But so far I feel good. I'm not really missing anything. I feel fully satisfied. I'm not hungry yet. Yeah, feeling good. My breakfast, these little white sweet potatoes, they are so good. I'm super excited. Last night I actually ended up eating like 3 of these little rounds because they were that good. But yeah, just gonna have these and have my iced coffee, and yep, that's it. It is lunchtime and I'm just having my soup with some lemon, some tapatio, and literally, guys, that's it. Later on for my snack, I will be having my microwaved just potato with some ketchup and some tapatio again, and that's gonna be it for while I'm at work. So I'm just hanging out and just eating my potato. I'm waiting for my husband to pick me up, and so yeah, just having this with some ketchup and tapatio, like I said before. And honestly, I was very hungry. I didn't get to finish my soup. Funny story. So I accidentally forgot and I left my soup on the counter and did not put it in the fridge. So my soup kind of tasted, it was all right, but it didn't taste the best. So I just ate half of it, and so I've been really hungry. So I ate I'm eating this potato, but I also ate my other potato that I brought. So I just steamed it up in the microwave, and it's perfect. It's delicious. It's just as good as the first time when I first started the potato reset, and so it's good. I like it. A huge box of potatoes. Wow. Dad, you're the best. Wow. And look at that, they're so big. Oh my gosh. I seriously have like the best father-in-law ever. He got an entire box of these sweet potatoes that I mentioned in my previous video, and oh my gosh, I'm so happy because they are so good. So what I'm gonna be doing for my dinner, like I said, trying to add more vegetables in. So I'm gonna be steaming up some broccoli in my vegetable steamer, And so I'm just gonna put that in the microwave for a couple of minutes, and I'm also going to just put these in the microwave. And these I'm just gonna eat them with just some ketchup and some tapatio, and I'll go ahead and show you. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put a tiny bit of garlic salt on these. I'm gonna make a side salad as well. And then after that, because I'm so excited for these, I'm gonna have possibly maybe half of this sweet potato, giant sweet potato, and I'm super excited. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, prep that, and then I'll show you guys. First things first, I'm gonna go ahead and just slice up my sweet potato in some large rounds. Seriously, I will not stop talking about this probably these entire 2 weeks, because these sweet potatoes are seriously the freaking best. They are perfectly sweet. With these, I don't even bother adding salt. They're seriously just super sweet on their own, and forever grateful for my father-in-law. As soon as he finds out that there's like a specific vegetable or fruit that I like, he is just so quick to get them for me, since he works at a grocery store, and he seriously knows how to pick up the best fresh produce and all that stuff. So super grateful. Now with those in the air fryer, I can go ahead and start slicing up my lettuce to prepare my bowl, and you can use any type of green that you want. So just put that in the bowl, and for another veggie, I'm gonna go ahead and add in some sliced cucumbers. Are these a fruit or a vegetable? I don't know, but they look just like zucchini, so whatever. All right. So besides these cucumbers, I'm also going to be dicing up just a little bit of red onion to give it some more flavor. And I'm just gonna cut these up in tiny little bits just to sprinkle on top of my salad. And I am a huge fan of anything oniony, garlicky, just all that stuff. Because seriously, guys, I've told you guys this before, make your food taste good and enjoy it. So after I'm done with my salad, I'm just gonna go ahead and add in all my broccoli. The broccoli steamer, like microwave steamer basket, is seriously the best thing ever. It's super easy, super handy to put a meal together. And yep, I just added my potatoes and it's done. My bowl is ready to eat. And seriously, guys, super easy to make, just foods in a jiffy. Just look at this. I made my dressing. I just topped my potatoes with some tapatio and some ketchup, and it's perfect. Good morning, guys. So it is day 5, and here is my breakfast and as well as my lunch. It's been a very busy day, but here is what I'm eating. I'm just eating these 4 potatoes. I didn't have time to prepare anything for the side, and honestly, I don't care. These were delicious. Guys, it's been such a busy 2 days. Honestly, I am thankful, really thankful, honestly, that I have already had my food prepped and ready to go. As you guys saw for my lunch, I honestly, even to steam up some broccoli, I just wanted to go to sleep. I just wanted to, to just pack some potatoes, steam them up in the microwave the next day, and just leave it at that. And honestly, they were so good, so I ain't even complaining. So yeah, just work's been busy, and I'm just thankful that it's Friday. I'm thankful it's Friday, that I just get, these next 2 days to just relax and go grocery shopping this weekend, which I'm very excited for. And I'll be bringing you guys that video on Sunday. So since I just got back from work, I am hungry. I'm not like starving hungry, but I am hungry. So I'm gonna go ahead and make one of these sweet potatoes. I'm also gonna make a side of broccoli, a side of kale and zucchini with some garlic salt, and I'll go ahead and show you how I do that. As a cooking, I thought that it'd be a good idea to just kind of recap kind of how I've been feeling. if you guys should do it too, if I encourage you to do this potato reset thing. And honestly, I would say hands down, yes, if you've thought about potentially, challenging yourself with eating potatoes for every meal, obviously along with veggies for a couple of weeks. I honestly, I say that it's totally doable. I figured that it would be easy, but I did kind of think that at some point I'd get tired of them during the first couple of days or want something. But honestly, potatoes, I've learned that are just super, super satisfying. So I'm honestly okay. And I think that it really helps a lot with just kind of allowing you to see how much mental space thinking about food, or how much mental space just planning for the next meal, even being whole food plant-based, can take, how much mental space it can take. It's been really just nice to know what I'm gonna eat, and so that's not stressful. I still do have to make some food for my husband so that he takes to work and has for his dinners, so that's still the same thing. So if anything, that's been challenging, knowing that I'm set, but he's not, which you would think that it'd kind of be easier, but I think that was it proved itself a little difficult because I still had to cook, even though it's not for me. And honestly, it hasn't really been tempting when I make him his food, because typically we eat the same thing, just at this time I'm just eating potatoes. I think this potato reset is really challenging my thinking as well. Being now in day 5, I'm able to see how easily it used to be for me to get tired on the same thing, or to just expect that every meal has to be this amazing, indulgent, and exquisite meal, and that it has to check all the boxes. But no, actually, this has taught me that I'm okay with simple foods, and I'm so proud, and I'm honestly very happy, because it's showing me that, I've come a very long way. I remember like over a year ago, I was that person that would just love the Cheetos. I loved Chick-fil-A. I loved like all those bad things. I was all for restaurant food, and that was just me. That was how I grew up, like fried foods. And honestly, like looking back, I'm just so happy to know now that I could be so much more happy and healthier eating a simple potato, prepping simple meals that do not take me much effort, that not only bring joy to my life, but I'm sure bring joy to my body, and that this is something that I can do for the long term, that it's not a diet. It's not like any other diet I've done before. Being completely honest and raw with you guys, it's been a journey for me. It really has. I know possibly where many of you guys are coming from, just the dieting world, the counting calories world, the portion control, and just this idea that we, I guess, kind of start thinking as we get older as women, that we have to kind of look a certain way, and the only way to do that is by limiting what we're eating, limiting the amount that we're eating, and by avoiding foods that are supposedly bad for you, but in reality, carbs, good natural plant starches, like they fuel your body even better than all that other junk that you probably had been consuming. And so it's just been amazing. I am so proud of myself, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, I'm very, very proud of where I started and now where I am now. And to know that it just started with one simple decision of taking that first step and saying, you know what, like, I'm gonna try this for a week, and then it turning and evolving it into something completely amazing, like something that I plan to do for the rest of my life, and in the future being able to teach these eating habits and lifestyle to my kids. My husband, I think I've said this before, but he does not eat the same way that I do. I mean, at home, he'll eat everything that I make. He Very rarely he does. Sometimes you kind of want something else. But he's happy to eat it. He knows that he knows that it's good for him. So he has no doubt in that at all. And he's totally, he's okay to eat the snacks. He's okay to eat anything else that he wants, because ultimately the decisions that he makes for his health or for his way of eating, that's totally up to him. It is not up to me to decide ultimately what he is going to consume. And so that's the decision that he'd have to make for himself. So just throwing that out there in case any of you guys were interested in it, kind of wondering if my husband, eats the same way. He does at home, but not when he's out, and not when he's out in, restaurants or with friends or any of that. He still consumes dairy with his coffee. He still, has all that other stuff that he enjoys. Just that I'm not making that food for him at home. And if he wants it, he either buys it, his mom makes it for him, or they're just snacks. And so the snacks, I do not mind being at the house because they don't tempt me anymore. I've gotten past that, which I'm so thankful for, where I can just look at it and I know immediately, that it's not something that I even want to partake in, or even a temptation or any of that. So just wanted to, again, just throw that out there and let you guys know. And honestly, they come around. When my husband first, when I first told my husband that I was going vegan, plant-based, he was not all on board completely. He kind of thought that it was just a joke or something that I was going to do for maybe like a week or so, and then it was going to be too hard for me to continue. But that kind of also fueled me to keep going, to just show, no, this is something that I want to do. And gradually he began to see that I was serious about it. And then at that point, that's when he was just like, I support you. Even though I don't agree, I support you. And so it's been really neat just to have someone alongside me that just is proud of me, that is really supporting me and who encouraged me to start this channel and just tell other people about it. So that's been awesome. So originally I was going to go ahead and make some kale with zucchini and onion, but I just realized I'm completely out of zucchini because I put it in the soup. So plan B, we're gonna go ahead and do chopped kale, cabbage, and red onion, and then a side of broccoli. This is totally gonna be the easiest thing to put together. You're gonna throw in some onion to the pan. You're gonna go ahead and stir it just to make sure it kind of just steams up a little bit. You're gonna go ahead and add a ton of kale. Eat your greens, they are delicious. Believe it or not, there was a point I didn't like them, but I got over it and now I love them. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and at the same time drop in my cabbage that I had sitting in the fridge. And this is just such an easy and quick way to get all your vegetables in for the day. And all I'm gonna do is throw in a tiny bit of water just to get the vegetables to steam up. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and mix it up a little bit just to make sure that the water is kind of spread out underneath to steam it properly. And all I'm gonna do is just cover it up for maybe like 2 minutes while it cooks. And after it's done, it's gonna be like this. And my husband hates the smell of kale, but I love it. I don't mind it. So I usually try to cook this when he's not around, but look at how delicious it turned out. So delicious. Wow. Now for the very last step, all we're gonna do is select our seasonings, and you are free to use any seasonings that you personally love. For me, I'm just gonna go ahead and top it with some good old garlic powder, and I find this being just super delicious. I do wish that I had some zucchini in here and some corn, but it's okay. It's gonna taste just as good. And this is how my bowl looks all plated up. It is so freaking good, guys. Seriously, it's simple, it's quick, and it's ultimately it's great for your body. You're nourishing your body with such delicious whole plant foods. I just love eating this way. So this is what I'm eating, guys. Seriously, super easy, tons of veggies, and then of course my sweet potato. Yeah, just steamed up broccoli. And then you guys saw how I made the cabbage and the kale and the onion and just air fried sweet potatoes. And then I'm having my dressing, so the maple syrup, the Dijon mustard, and the tapatio. This is seriously one of my new favorite dressings. I'm not a huge fan of dressings. Typically, if I have salads, I will always add hummus, or pretty much hummus is my dressing. So yeah, so this is what I'm gonna be eating. I'm so happy. Like I said, one of my goals is to eat veggies, and since I didn't eat my veggies for my lunch, since all I ate was potatoes, this is the time when I'm getting them in, and I'm just super excited. So far so good. Because I'm having them now, I wonder if I'll even want some later, but we'll see. I'm just having my water as well. Stay hydrated. That's always very, very important. Let's see. I think that's it. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and eat my food, and I'll see you guys later for just a little recap on these past 2 days.